Good evening, dear viewers of Equinoxe Television. It is a pleasure being with you on tonight's edition of the 6 p.m. primetime newscast on Equinoxe Television. We are broadcasting live from our headquarters in the economic capital city, Douala. Our lone major story tonight: residents of Bois de Senche neighborhood found the Douala 2 subdivision are still shaken by the brutal attacks that took their community. The violence, which left 5 people dead on Christmas Eve, has created a climate of fear, with locals worried about their safety. The targeting of the community chief on January 1st has equally brought about fear and added anxiety amongst locals. The neighborhood is still on edge, struggling to come to terms with these violent incidents. That's our major story tonight. Good evening once more. Thank you so much for choosing Equinoxe Television. For presentation, I am Immaculate Fogwe. Our major stories tonight. Violence erupted in the Douala 2 subdivision, precisely in a locality known as Bois de Senche, shattering the holiday season. On Christmas Eve, a group of youths under the age of 23 years old allegedly killed 5 people, sparking widespread fear. The attacks continue as the community chief got targeted on January 1st. We have more on this sad incident with our reporter, Lo Manero.
For several months now, fear has become part of the daily life in the Bois de Senche neighborhood located in Douala 2 subdivision. Residents raised alarm on repeated acts of violence, robbery and deadly attack that occurred on Christmas celebration and New Year Eve.
It started on the 24th of December. There are some boys who spread terror around our quarter. They did it just to disturb us. And on the 24th, they killed so many people, at least 5 of them. We are tired. It's at this junction that we met him. We could not imagine he will still come after his attack.
The chief of the Bois de Senche neighborhood was a victim and strongly condemns the violence.
While our team was going round the quarter, the man came to meet us. He brought out his knife, which you see here, to try to kill me. Residents shouted. That's how I was able to escape.
Attention, chef. Le chef de bloc Elvis a donc plongé en arrière. Chef de quartier want talk for you.
The chief wanted to talk to him. He just pulled out his knife and we held him, and I got wounded.
Chef de quartier
The arm used for his operation is in perfect accordance with the wounds of their victims.
I told him I wanted to go. Then he stabbed me. I didn't do anything. Just like that. We didn't have a problem. He just wanted to collect money from me, and I told him to wait for my brother, and I will give him the money.
The young man, Kiku, and his gang is known by the inhabitants of the area. Even with the intervention of the security patrol, this group continue to spread terror in the area. For the people of the Bois de Senche, the message is clear: insecurity must not define their future.
We want to continue and sensitize the young people. They should be vigilant and respect the institution, because the head of state made so many promises.
And still talking about insecurity, we take you this time around to Makwali. It is a town found in Marisava division of the Far North region, which has been dealing with a lot of insecurity since 2014, and it was orchestrated by the Boko Haram terrorist sect. Sadly, 73 people have lost their lives because of this situation. The Bishop of Mora, Monsignor Barthélemy Yauda, decided to hold his first Mass of the year in Makwali, bringing hope to the people living there. Locals hope things will get better and they get the peace they have been missing for a while now. We have more details of this report with Siri Chakutu.
Makulahe, a neighborhood in the Mora subdivision, Mayo Sava division, has been plunged by insecurity since 2014. This due to attacks perpetrated by Boko Haram, a situation that has deeply affected the community particularly the Makuhadli Catholic Private School, which was once a prestigious institution. Another difficulty we face is insecurity, and this prevents children from going to school. Those who live near the parish suffer from 6 p.m. onwards. They climb the mountain to hide, and by 5 a.m. they come back down. All this because of the danger. For the beginning of the new year, His Lordship Barthélemy Yahuda, Bishop of Yagua, came to offer comfort, prayers and moral support to the people by celebrating a mass at the Holy Family Parish in Makuhale, where he previously served.
I
come to encourage the few remaining ones because they are scattered due to insecurity.
Insecurity. Si bien que même les sœurs, les prêtres vivent ailleurs.
So much so that even the sisters and priests live elsewhere. Therefore, it is my duty to encourage them and tell them that God will not abandon them.
Il est là, il vous encourage, il vous donne la force.
The community hope for an improvement in the situation so that life can return to normal.
And President Paul Biya, in his end-of-year address, acknowledged progress made in fostering national security while urging intensified efforts to restore peace in the country's troubled regions. In response, the governor of the region of the Southwest region, one of the areas hardest hit by unrest, credited the current relative calm to the strong collaboration among local stakeholders and called on the youths and equally residents to reject social ills and fulfill their civic responsibilities. Rex Afon put together his reactions to the head of state's end-of-year address in this report.
During his end-of-year address to the nation, President Paul Biya acknowledged that significant strides had been made to ensure national security and also specified that more efforts needed to be put in place to rescue restive regions.
I urge you to do everything in your power to preserve peace and the stability in this country. They have been severely put to test in recent years, particularly in the far north, northwest and southwest regions.
The governor of the southwest region, who watched the address closely, says the relative calm the southwest region, which is amongst the restive regions, enjoys now is thanks to a strong collaboration between all stakeholders.
The situation is back to normalcy thanks to those efforts. And those efforts have been made possible by the determination of the head of state, who gave permanent instructions to the forces of law and order, to the administrative authority and all the stakeholders to know that we have only one country.
Also, he has called on the youths and the population of the region to turn away from ills and live up to expectations.
I call their attention and say, the head of state now has congratulated us. Let us continue. Let us do more. He himself said, the future, the better is still to come. The youth should remember all what the head of state did for this region. In the sport domain, we have 6 ultra-modern stadia.
Amongst those who watched the speech of the head of state at the governor's residence was the member of parliament for Buea Urban, Honorable Donald Malumba Esembe, and other dignitaries of the region.
And we stay in the southwest region, where 116 officers from the different compartments of Cameroon's defense and security forces in Buea have been elevated to higher ranks. The promotion ceremony, presided over by Colonel Ene Meka Manuel, commander of the 21st Motorized Infantry Battalion, comes at a crucial time as the region continues to grapple with sporadic attacks, particularly in the Fako division. The newly promoted officers expressed their pride and commitment to defend the national colors and working tirelessly for the restoration of peace and stability in that area. More still with our Southwest correspondent, Rex Afon.
The 116 promoted officers from Buea are drawn from the different compartments which make up the defense and security forces. The ceremony to award the laureates their new ranks within the military was presided in Buea by Colonel Enyemeka Manuel, commander of the 21st Motorized Infantry Battalion. Amongst those promoted is Lieutenant Colonel Numeden Blanchard, serving in the military's health department, who has been upgraded to the rank of a colonel.
I am very happy after this recognition. I promise to continue to serve the state with honor and fidelity.
The other newly promoted officers also say they are delighted to have been upgraded to higher ranks and will work honorably to defend the national colors.
The feeling is one of satisfaction, it is one of joy, and we want to use this opportunity to thank the chain of command for giving us these new attributes. And we know that to whom much is given, much is expected, and that we are going to continue to carry out our responsibilities with much more energy than ever before.
Je remercie le haut commandement pour cette promotion au grade de maréchal de logis. Je m'engage à servir la nation.
With sporadic attacks recorded, especially within the Falco Division in 2025, these officers who have taken new ranks are expected to work for a complete return to peace and stability.
And now we take you out of Cameroon precisely to Morocco, which is prioritizing street lighting, allocating a whopping sum of 2.6 billion francs CFA in the year 2025 to brighten its streets. Two local companies have backed the contract, showcasing the country's commitment to the cause. The focus on street lighting has even earned Morocco the nod to host an international conference on that topic. Smaji Kangevel has more on that story.
When sun sets in the capital of Morocco, Rabat doesn't remain in the dark. The boulevard, avenues, and public places shine like a screen. A public lighting network that lights up the streets all night long transforms the darkness into a secure horizon. In Rabat, public lighting is not just a simple utility feature. It is a visible component of the urban landscape, from large arteries like the Mohammed V Avenue to the secondary access that spans between the neighborhoods. Each lane carries a light that guides pedestrians and reassures motorists. Behind this game of light, there is a human and technical challenge. In 2025, the city planned nearly 43.7 million dirhams, which is more than 2.6 billion francs CFA, to modernize its public lighting network, a major project aimed at improving reliability, performance, and security in all neighborhoods. Two national companies are competing with this contract. Amongst them, Equinoxe, a familiar enterprise specialized in electrical connections, and Malif Group, recognized in urban lighting and already engaged in several light embellishment projects throughout Morocco. It is the company that has realized the design and installation of the complete light architecture of all the stadiums of the AFCON 2025, including the Prince Moulay Abdallah Sports Complex, which hosted the opening ceremony of the AFCON and will also be the venue for the closing ceremony come January 18, 2026. Rabat does not shine to seduce. The city also plays a role as a leader in the African debate on urban lighting. In 2025, she hosted the African Urban Lighting Workshop, bringing together experts and decision makers around the issues of public lighting and energy. Beyond the light show, these discussions are essential to think of lighting as a safety vector of nocturnal mobility and sustainable urban development. In Rabat, the light is not only functional, it is social. It also allows residents to go home late. Business places close late at night, and visitors are able to explore the city without fear.
And we stay in Morocco, where tourists arriving in that part of the country face a culinary dilemma, choosing from an array of local dishes. Today, We are going to be exploring a local dish known as tagin. It is a Moroccan staple. It is savory, slow-cooked stew packed with rich aromatic flavors. Magic Gabriel report on special assignment in Morocco takes us through its preparation process.
Tagin is one of the most popular dishes in Morocco. For its preparation, we met with Abdemoulay, a chef who took us through the different stages of preparing tagin. According to Abdemoulay, depending on your taste, you will either use meat from cow or sheep to prepare tagin. Mix olive oil, a pinch of salt, a variety of ground spices, after which you mix up everything found in the pot made out of Moroccan clay. After you must have mixed it well, you slice some green spices and join to eat. You slice lime too and put inside. You can now slice your onions and add up. You can as well add carrots, white, red or yellow potatoes. Then you finalize by adding other necessary ingredients into the clay pot. After the pot is set with the different ingredients, it is taken to the gas burner. Tagin is prepared differently within Morocco. Here, we make tagin either with fish, chicken, meat, because each region in Morocco has its own taste. For example, the tagin in Agadir is not the same you will find in Marrakech or in Casablanca. The particularity with the tagin of Agadir is that it is made out of meat from sheep, since we have many sheep here. After 1 hour, the tagin made of meat from the sheep is said to be consumed with bread. Tagin is a deeply flavorful, comforting and aromatic meal that embodies the essence of Moroccan hospitality and cuisine. While traditionally made in specific clay pots, similar results can be achieved in a Dutch oven.
For those who plan visiting Morocco anytime soon, tasting tagin should be part of your program. And now we talk sports. The Indomitable Lions are now settling down in Rabat after they qualified for the knockout stage of the Africa Cup of Nations. The Indomitable Lions suffered a defeat of the Mambas of Mozambique with a score of 2-1. After the first group matches of the AFCON, a report on special assignment in Morocco's Magic Gabriel spoke to some journalists who gave their thoughts about Cameroon's group stage performance. His report.
3 matches, 4 goals scored and 2 conceded. This is the balance sheet of coach Pagu David, who took over the helms of the national football team early December 2025. His achievements this far have been applauded by some sports journalists.
Very positive for a coach. Exactly a month that he took over the helm of this team. He has prepared the team just for 15 days. For a coach that a lot of persons criticized when he was appointed, when you look at the team played now, you understand that there's a sense of discipline in the team.
We can congratulate Coach Pagu because to take a team for less than 2 months and bringing up this kind of people and this kind of team with a new strategy, new players, very young players who are coming for the AFCON for their first time, we can really say he's doing a great job with the whole of the staff.
Another journalist say it was a surprise seeing the Indomitable Lions cross to the next stage of the tournament.
We didn't expect Cameroon to actually get out of the group stage because, having just less than 2 weeks to get the team ready, and you get to win your first game, that's great motivation. And facing a tough rival and opponent like Ivory Coast in the second game, we struggled to come back and get a draw, and today we saw the performance. That means that Coach David Pagu and his boys have actually impressed me positively, and my hopes are higher now because Team Cameroon has proven that they don't only dominate games but can actually come back from difficult situations and show their power.
The Bafana of Hugo Blues are Cameroon's next opponent, a side that a journalist says is wrong timing for them to meet.
I would have wished that we escaped from them, but then we have a tough team, South African culture. Hugo Blues has been with them, and we've seen the team that is built. In that team, we have, I think about 9 players from Orlando Pirates, a host of them from Mamelodi Sundowns. So they play together, they play the same league, so their footballing culture is the same. And having a coach that actually understands them is going to be a difficult side. And Coach David Pagu, he says, one game at a time.
Another says,
I watched South Africa 2 of their games. They played against Egypt. They were defeated. And when you look at their game against Egypt, you understand that they played too well. It was just that there was no luck on their sides and a lot of controversy like we got from Hugo Bros. Hugo Bros knows Cameroon so well. He has been coached with Cameroon. He won the cup in 2017 at a time when nobody was waiting for Cameroon to win the competition in Gabon. I feel that he knows the team, but at the same time, he's facing a coach that most of the coaches in the various national team are still finding it difficult to know.
Meanwhile, a journalist left this advice for Team Cameroon.
I can see that for the next phase, things are going to be more complicated. We should remain more concentrated and give above what we gave during this first phase.
South Africa will host Cameroon Sunday, January 4th, 2026 in Rabat, Morocco.
And that report done by Smart Jikangable ends this edition of the 6 p.m. primetime newscast on Equinoxe Television. Thank you for always trusting us. Stay tuned to more programs on your best of televisions. Have a wonderful evening. Bye-bye for now.